This episode of Rewired is supported by Neuroni. Over 20 years of experience and more than 500 companies served, Neuroni helps companies grow faster with AI tailored to their business and embedded into real workflows that deliver measurable value. Neuroni helps teams reduce friction, improve decision-making, and scale with confidence.
The concept was to deliver the healthy breakfast at the office as an employee benefit. When you install the application, we have 98% of them start with. Day one drops at 9. In acquire phase, we look at how we take user, how we take creators, and how we take brands. 80% of the users comes from the creators.
Quick shout out to our sponsor, Explore Software. These guys have been shipping software since 2005. A 34-person team out of Bucharest. But here's what's different. Instead of selling you a 6-month AI strategy, they show up Monday and start building. 1 week, one shipped feature from 7k euro. No discovery phases, no fluff, just code in production. Head to exploresoftware.io.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of REWIRED podcast. Today's guest is Mihai. Mihai is a friend of mine. I've met him before the pandemic when he started a new company. At that moment, he was delivering breakfast to office in a company called Flying Breakfast. And since then, he moved more towards his love of life, that's technology. And he started an application, a business in which the main source is an app. It's called FoodFix. And today we're going to find out how FoodFix works and how he's considering of evolving that business.
Rewired. Raw, real, unfiltered.
Emil,
Marius.
today is Friday. We're
Incredible.
gonna finish this.
We're gonna finish strong.
Yeah, we're gonna finish strong this week. But I want to ask you, what you're having for dinner tonight?
Very good question. Probably I will have, it's a longer story. My very good friend Dragos from your rooms, who now lives in the United States, is in Romania.
Oh.
I will be
Hello,
meeting
Dragos.
him for dinner, and probably I will have some turkey.
Turkey.
But,
Nice. I was considering to do what I did also last night. So last night I came home and my partner came later than me. So I was opening the fridge. I was looking what's in it. I took out some shrimps. And then I had some broccoli. And maybe that was all. So what I did, I Googled and I said, give me a recipe about that. And I end up scrolling TikTok about recipes with broccoli and shrimps. At the end, it turned out a decent dinner. But I was actually getting it from TikTok.
So it was a TikTok dinner.
Yeah, kind of like that, or made dinner. So that's why I was thinking that we have today a guest who I think can actually solve my problem in terms of empty fridge, because that was a problem.
Empty fridge.
The empty fridge, I don't know if I can solve it, but...
Then, finding a recipe in terms of, what's the best option there. And also I was searching how many calories should I get with that dinner. So, Mihai, welcome.
Hello, guys. Thank you for
Great to have you with us.
Thanks for accepting it. And before we dive into, how you can help me with the fridge, I want to ask you if you can give us a little background of who are you?
Okay, guys. So my name is Mihai, and I am a beer lover.
It's a LinkedIn. It's like a LinkedIn title.
Exactly. Yeah. But I just bumped a couple of days ago to a person on LinkedIn, and it was traduced in, I don't know, maybe
3 paragraphs, 3 rows.
maybe 500 words
Yeah.
related to I love beer. So,
You can love beer in so many ways.
in so many ways, exactly. Actually, I am brewing the beer myself at home
Nice.
and how I do it, I am a tech guy. Tech runs to my veins, and I have a small tech
brewery.
It's everything. It's done by an app, by the phone, and you follow the steps in the app and create the beer. And It is one of the best beer that I've tasted, and I taste a lot. Why? The secret is it in how fresh it is.
Okay.
Because you make it. It
You
depends.
put it.
The time, it's, I don't know, between 15 to 30 days. But you drink it when it's done. So it's the most fresh beer that you can drink.
Nice.
It's perfect. I will give you the link. It's also a startup from Belgium that make that tech behind.
How much space is it consuming?
It's like that. It's like that. And you have some bottles there.
So in 30 days, you have a big beer with friends.
Yes, a 6-liter beer.
A 6 liter.
It's in a special can that is connected to the internet, and you can also say, okay, I want to drink it at 6 degrees. And it's delivered perfectly on tap.
Oh.
In 30 days.
In 30 days.
So that's planning.
Yeah.
I need a beer in 30 days.
Exactly.
At 6
This
degrees.
is, you will see that everything connects, and the planning part is also present in our solution. But coming back,
Yeah, so you went back to beer, so
coming-
you're a beer lover, and
I'm a beer lover, and also in the same time a tech lover. And all my life, I've been involved in projects, small or big, or very big, in the tech side. My last job was in one of the biggest IT companies in Romania, and I was developing the network of partnerships on Romania and on a European level and global level. But everything, it starts with tech. So just a couple of words, not 500 words on LinkedIn descriptions.
all right. Today,
Yeah.
what are you cooking?
Yeah, we just take something very nice from the oven. Actually, today's startup that we are developing, it is a spin-off from a startup that we have established back in 2019, which was a healthy food delivery service at the office and was paid by the employer. So the name was the Fly-In Breakfast. We were delivering with aircraft cards between the offices.
Aircraft cars?
Aircraft cards. You know, the...
Coach, right?
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
The concept was to deliver the healthy breakfast at the office as an employee benefit. It was a very nice. We scale. It wasn't only a concept because we put it on place. We started deliver at the offices. We had a growth from 0 to 60K MRR in 6 months. The biggest problem that we had was how to scale the team to deliver the breakfast in the same time in different places in Bucharest, different offices. And being tech guys, what we've done, we developed a network of smart fridges. We developed from scratch, and the employee had an application, check the food from the smart fridge and take it directly from the fridge.
So you delivered earlier. You
We delivered at
5
6, and everyone has access to the network. But after that, COVID hits, and we didn't have any employee at the office anymore. So it was a big slap for us with big investment behind, our own investments. But it was also a lesson. And
I'm curious about the thing. Sorry. When did you realize exactly that there is a problem?
Related
Like
to?
when in 2020, when COVID hit.
Yeah.
Have you realized it on 3rd of January, on 25th of February, on 6th of March?
No, we didn't saw any problem until they locked down.
So in the day of the lockdown, you realized that the train has hit the business.
Yes, and it was with maximum speed. Like why I'm saying that, because after the lockdown, after the first day, we didn't have to deliver anymore. With one day before, we were delivering between 3,000 to 5,000 meals on each day.
How many people were you having employed?
Back days, it was around 10.
Okay, so
and we were producing the food in our unit production. I am giving you all the context because everyone is asking me, you are a tech guy related with the HR teams.
Yeah.
How come? How you spin it off to a company that right now it's a B2B2C oriented company with creator economy behind, with a lot of retailers behind, with a lot of users behind, which doesn't have anything in common with my past.
Yeah.
But I'll explain you, and I've give you the context because after the COVID hits and we didn't have any more clients, we stayed for about 1.5 years to see if the people come back to the office, but the habit was installed. So it was no more people at the office. It's
much
the same
more,
today.
Yeah, much more emptier the offices.
Yeah. The habit is installed. The people the employer want to
as well.
exactly to have them at the office. The employee doesn't want to come. This is a different story. But we settled down and we said, okay, what type of problems we identify in the past in our processes? Maybe we can create another startup. And back then, we have a couple of rules, like a value proposition for the client. And one of them was, we don't want to repeat the food for 30 days. So each day we deliver everything else, new food. Why? Because the people are,
Are getting bored easily.
Exactly. Very fast. So back then, I remember that we had a big problem to create the menu.
Yeah.
Why? Because the information exists. If you start searching on the internet, the information is there. The problem is that it's highly fragmented. It is spread in too many places. It doesn't have anything in common with you like a person. Like, you have to decide and you have to spend a lot of time to take the decision to execute a dish, as you mentioned earlier.
So there is a curation stage that it takes much more time than we would consider normally.
Exactly. But after 3 pivots, every successful startup has at least 3 pivots. We hope that is our last, and in a good way, because it can be also a very wrong way. So after 3 pivots, actually, we started with this one because we saw the problem in the fragmentation of the information. But after 3 pivots, we looked and we understood the habit of the household user, which is a totally different story. And if you wanted to, I can share it with you.
Please do.
Okay. So
before getting to that, from the 3 pivots, can you synthesize very short on each of them what it was about and what was the lesson that you learned from it in one sentence?
A lot of pain first.
That is the experience that will never leave you.
Yeah. So a lot of pain. A lot of knowledge. And the third one is trust. We learn the trust path. And I will explain.
Okay.
So, pain, try something, fail, try something, fail, try something, fail. This is a daily business on a startup world. So each day you have to face at least...
You need to learn to fail in a new way.
Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process, you learn it. So From my point of view, we had a lot of things to learn, but it's part of the process. Trust is when you finally had one thing that was in a good direction and gives you straight power to continue. And I explain you in our first pivot, in a couple of words, when we saw the fragmentation, we looked at the source of the knowledge. And today the source of knowledge is chefs or food influencers. These are the two types. And what we've done then, we made a survey on a global level with 13,000 chefs. Almost 1,000 answered to understand their pains. And from there, we understood that the only way, the only transaction that is available today to give you knowledge and you give me back money is by selling cookbooks.
Okay.
This is the only way where you monetize directly the food knowledge. Directly, not with partnership brands, not with cooking services, knowledge, pure knowledge. So what we've done then, we said, okay, so there is a big problem on the monetization side. We look at the publishing part, and the publisher took today, and also a couple of years ago, between 85 to 95% of the revenue. And it is understandable why, because there is a whole chain of doing things to create a cookbook, a physical cookbook.
But in fact, the knowledge is the value there, not the
paper.
The
knowledge is the value, of
not
course.
The paper, but the knowledge is compensated with 10 to 15%.
Exactly.
5 to 15%. Very narrow.
Yeah, it is nothing.
Yeah.
So what we said, okay, what is the common asset that all the creators has today on a global level? And the common asset, it is the video recipe. Yeah, everyone film themselves, publish the video recipes free.
On YouTube or whatever.
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. So what we said we came with this bright idea and we said, okay, let's transform the video recipes in cookable recipes and deliver a digital experience in a digital cookbook and sell the digital cookbook. And we flipped the revenue part. We said, you as a creator, you will take 70% of the revenue. We as a platform, we will take 30%.
Okay, and this had baked in an assumption. The assumption that you'll be able to sell this type of packaged experiences exactly like you would be selling books.
Exactly. But it was the digital version of the cookbook, and it wasn't a PDF.
It wasn't a PDF, it was an experience.
It is a big difference.
It was an experience.
Exactly, because you had step-by-step instructions, calories, and everything behind one video recipe. And it was our first version of the technology that understands what is inside the video.
Okay.
Because this is one of our core technology
capabilities.
Exactly. So what we've done, we created the technology, and I had a very nice discussion with Chef Scarlet. It was like 2 minutes discussion, and I don't exaggerate. I stayed with him at the table, and I say, someone introduced me to him, and I said, okay, we want to create this one.
This is the elevator pitch.
After 2 minutes, Chef Scarletescu said, I am in.
Good.
And another 1 hour we drink a beer and laugh about everything else. So it was a very good feedback from a big chef from Romania. He is one of the biggest. And execute it, make the recipes, create the ecosystem, and launch the cookbook.
His cookbook in this case.
His cookbook. It is the first digital cookbook in our proprietary technology.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks. I am referring to December 2023.
Early.
Yes.
2020.
Early.
Yeah, December. This was the launch, November to December 2023. And it was a success. Guys sold, I don't know, around 12,000 euros in books in 2 or 3 weeks.
And in total?
That's all, because it was the test.
Okay.
After that, we said, okay,
It works.
it works. And we said, we have a business here.
Nice.
Let's do it. But it's not like that.
The pain comes again, right?
Exactly. The pain comes again. How to convince, because this was a very nice and short story about how to convince the chef.
The chef.
Yeah.
Chef. But after that, we made the.
So what was the thing that wasn't working? You weren't able to convince chefs to use this method?
In the beginning, yes.
Okay, but you passed that.
Yes.
Because
Later on,
you passed that.
yes. Right
Okay.
now we have almost 100 creators in the platform.
So that
40,000 users. But
Okay.
I will
okay.
come
Yeah,
back to
because
that.
it's a very good business. It seems like a very good thing.
Short history. We started the pre-seed
Yeah.
with this
Concept.
With this concept, and with the validation with Chef Scarlet. It was
Nice.
it was a big success. We made a.
How much did you raise?
In pre-seed, we had a round of 200K, and
Decent.
we had another follow-on for another 200K.
Yeah.
Or something. We started to develop the full pack of technology, and we started to enroll new creators in the platform.
Nice.
Yes.
Sounds like a very good start.
Yes, sounds. It was a good start.
Another question, very small.
Please.
If you estimate in percentages, how manual was the process for Chef Scarlatescu compared to the destination? Was it an 80% manual, 20% manual process?
He had a 100% process, manual process for cooking.
Okay.
Because we don't use the technology to replace the creator.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
we
assemble and
we
you
use the
interpret.
technology to understand
Okay.
what the creator
Is doing.
is doing, what type of ingredients it's using, what are the measures, how he combine it or she combine it, to calculate automatically the calories, to calculate the profile of the dish.
Mm-hmm.
It is more complex there, because we are looking. We have this theory that we as humanity, we have one thing in common, which is not the politics, it's not the religion, it's not the language, but it is
The
the
food.
taste.
The taste. Okay.
You have taste everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So what we are doing, we understand and we create the profile of a dish, and we understand and we create the profile of a user.
Okay.
And we are matching the profiles of the taste, no matter where are you as a user. Doesn't matter that you are in Japan or you are in Romania. If the profiles of the dishes matches, then we deliver the information in the natural language of the user.
Okay.
To give you one example, if you are a user from Japan and see a dish from, and we are matching you with a dish of Scarlatescu from Romania, today that dish doesn't exist
Yeah.
for the user in Japan. But when we do this matching and we are delivering the information in the natural language of the user, then we create a whole ecosystem for the creator to expose the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Because
so
today we have
just a Romanian. So what you're saying is not just limited to Romanians.
no.
I
We
think-
can deliver in 40 languages.
If I understand correctly, it also goes deeper. For example, in Japan, you would be referring to tastes that do not exist in Romanian culture, like umami.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
for
we have-
example.
so we have-
So you are rewriting the story of the dish based on the culture of the.
Not based on the culture, it's based on the taste.
Based on cultural taste.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Based on the cultural taste.
Yes. But
of the receiver, of the
receiver,
reader,
of the guy who's
consuming,
consuming
the information. That is very strong. Now, a technical question.
Coming back,
a very technical question,
please.
small. Are you using the same vectorial technology in order to do matching exactly like in large language models?
Yes.
So you are matching multidimensionally the concepts.
Yeah.
How many dimensions?
28.
20 dimensions.
Yes.
Okay, good. I understand. Thank you.
So coming back, we raised the pre-seed. We start to enroll the creators. We developed the technology, which was back then in web. It was a web-based application, and started to sell the cookbooks. But it wasn't the same thing.
Why?
Because they did not have the same following. The people who wanted to sell.
It's not related only on the following base, but it's related on the type of the knowledge that you put there.
The type of the knowledge, like an example.
The quality of knowledge?
Quality and easy execution and so on. Because, for example, we have a big chef, which is Alexandru Dumitru from Singurem Manor.
Yeah.
He is brilliant. I encourage you to go to Singurem Manor and taste some food made by Alex Dumitru. The problem is that it is very nice. He made it to be easy, but in reality, it's not so easy to do it.
Okay.
So the end user doesn't consume it.
Doesn't consume the information because it's so complex.
Or that, or what's
the execution part is complicated, and the ingredients.
Okay.
Because you have specific ingredients like truffles, and you don't find truffles everywhere.
Or it's just maybe, just to understand it better, sometimes you got feedback for, going on YouTube or whatever you're using for your cooking, and then actually it doesn't end up, and you see comments from people.
Exactly.
Like, did you forget to tell us about something,
exactly.
Because it doesn't look like the same.
Yeah.
But coming back.
This doesn't, so before you buy the book, put it on the brackets, the book, the material. You are not aware in totality about the complexity of the book.
No, you are. Because you see the recipes, you see the level of complexity, you see how much time you have to invest.
You had the traffic, but the traffic didn't convert?
I will explain you why. Because the habit of the user, because after that, we started to see and search how the user actually execute the dishes at home. Mm-hmm. And there is a whole process. And this process, it's split today in 4 steps, 4 big steps, which are satisfied. For each step, you have a different type of app that you are using at home to satisfy the whole process of cooking.
Now you made me curious.
I will explain you. So, first step is knowledge.
Okay.
You need knowledge. When you are at home, you have 2 options. Cook something from your head.
No.
Second, cook something new.
From YouTube.
When you want to cook something new, then you go to the internet and I explain you the problem.
Yeah.
Good. Knowledge. So today the user habit is most of the knowledge is delivered by social media. So you have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
For the old ones.
Exactly. But in the process doesn't stop here, because the knowledge is the first step. Second step is related, and it's due to the fact that the cooking process in more than 90% of the time doesn't happen when you are hungry, but it's a planned process because you need the ingredients. Then people started to use a different type of app, which is the meal planning app.
Yeah.
So one type of apps for source knowledge, another type of app for meal planning.
Yeah.
And I'm referring to the household. I'm not referring to the user. Because on the level of the household, someone executes a dish.
Yeah.
And there is a big research that says that on a global level, on a daily basis, on a household level, someone executes in medium at least one dish per day. So the knowledge demand is very high.
Yeah.
Okay, coming back. First, knowledge. Second, planning. Third type of app, it is the grocery delivery, because you need the ingredients. The problem is that the meal planning is not connected with the source of knowledge. And the groceries is not connected
With neither.
to the, exactly, with neither, to the meal planning and to the source of knowledge. So 3 type of apps, each one of the app, it's staying in a silo. They are not connected.
Yeah.
Right. The fourth type of app, it's step-by-step instruction apps. Classical food cooking apps. Tons of apps. Meal planning, tons of apps. Grocery, not tons, but
Some.
you have a lot. Knowledge,
Tons
again.
of content.
Exactly.
But nothing to put them all together.
Nothing to put them all together. And we tickle with this one for 1 year and understood the habit of the user, which type of solutions the user use to satisfy the habit, and combine all these in one app, which is FoodFix today.
Strong.
So FoodFix on the first layer of the FoodFix, we have 4 big steps, which are watch, plan, shop, and cook. Watch your favorite creators inside our application with their recipes, and you are consuming the content like you are consuming today in social media with 15-second shorts. Create your meal plan with the ingredients.
You can also see why he's talking, so I can show you something here. Yeah.
Create your meal plans based on the recipes. Put the ingredients from the recipes into your cart. Order them, and we are delivering with Volt. We have partnered with Kaufland and Volt. Kaufland is our grocery
Strategic
partner, exactly, and Volt is the delivery partner. But the experience, it is executed inside our application. Everything you see there, it is embedded in our application. You are seeing the prices of the products from the shelf from Kaufland.
Very strong.
So watch, plan, shop, and when the time comes, have a very nice experience of cooking at home with step-by-step instruction
From your
favorite creator.
When did you launch? Like
in July,
July
2025.
Okay, like strong. What are the growth metrics right now for this?
Okay, so our business is based on 3 pillars. One is acquire, second one is engage, and third one is monetize. Because without monetize, you cannot exist. So when you go in the acquire mode, we say, okay, the first question is, how do we acquire users? How do we acquire creators? And how do we acquire brands? Because the cooking OS operation system that we are developing, it has also 3 pillars. It is the source of knowledge, the consumption of the knowledge, and the source of ingredients.
Yeah, and the brands that can deliver value added.
No, I will explain you because this is the juicy part.
Okay.
The brand is the juicy part. Brands today spend billions of dollars. On a global level, the estimations are at $2 trillion. So it's a very big
juicy market.
They spend this amount of money for exposure. They create ads, they run ads on social media, and they get back exposure.
Do you have an example of expense in exposure by a
Yes.
food brand? I'm curious about like the
Of
level,
course.
the magnitude.
It's huge, as I told you. It's 2
Like
trillion market.
Like a specific brand that is spending a specific amount, if you know.
Specific, I cannot.
No, okay.
I cannot give you the specific
I will-
amount, but brand like, I don't know, a milk producer, for example, it has, but for Romania, at least 100k euros per year, which is
Peanuts.
only for the exposure, only to boost the post on Instagram. So again,
Okay.
we are dealing with something. The problem there is they create the exposure, but they don't have any connection,
Any
with
metric.
any metric, and any direct connection with the product from the shelf,
With the result.
with the result. So they put ton of money.
But it's exactly like in early days when they were spending in print and they didn't know what comes back.
Exactly. What we deliver for brands. So coming back to the habit of the user. Today, 1 out of 3 users that goes in the details of the recipe also executes the recipe in our platform.
So was
One
it one-
out of 3.
One out of 3
Yes.
execute. And how do you measure execution? By buying the ingredients or by having a button?
No. We have a cooking mode experience. When you go in cooking
Okay.
mode experience and see the
can see the
steps
steps.
and see
Okay.
the video behind and
And
everything.
Okay.
If
and,
you-
and how many are ordering from the app?
This is a different story, and I will
Okay.
explain you. I will go you also there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good,
okay.
good. It's so interesting.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay. So coming back, why I'm referring to the habit of the user, because it's relevant in the brand discussion.
Yeah.
First thing that the user does when the user like a recipe, natural, it's the user checks what type of ingredients he needs.
Exactly.
Normal.
And
It's natural. It's nothing forced. It's like, okay, I really like this cake. Okay, what I need to do it, right? So when the user go in this mode and say, okay, what type of ingredients? We are starting a unique session of exposing the ingredients. So you need milk, cheese, bread, and so on, right? And in this unique session of exposing the experience, we give the value proposition for the brand to expose their ingredients.
yeah.
So this is first layer of exposure. Imagine that you are a milk producer and you can appear on each recipe on the platform and you don't have a direct contract with the creator.
Yeah.
You,
So
didn't-
like
you don't need to pay for
like-
someone to make you.
Chef Scarletescu indirectly
Yeah.
recommends Danone.
No, because when he is cooking, he's not cooking with Danone,
I know, but when
It's
he's
totally different.
when he's going into experience into the
which is a
which
different
is a
story.
different story that is not related to his personal
Exa-
brand, but
But-
he's disconnected to this personal
Exactly.
brand, but at the same time is linked, tightly coupled
And
with
for
the
this
recipe.
one, we are creating a revenue share stream with
With
the
the
creator.
creators.
Each time when a brand pays something to us, we are making a revenue share with the creator, because we want to create the ecosystem where each one of the actors wants to be involved in the ecosystem.
So
Okay.
the
So coming back,
proposal-
I will explain.
Yeah, please.
Coming back. First layer, exposure in the unique
Interface.
interface. And when the user said, order ingredients from this specific recipe, and you as a brand you were exposed in that unique session, I will take you from the shelf of Kaufland and you will be delivered to the door of the user.
Clear.
So I have a direct call to
Connection.
action of sales of the product and a direct connection with the product from the shelf.
So I'm seeing the experience. I'm given the option to buy. I click on buy, and then all the products are getting into the cart. If they are the recommended ones, the recommended ones are coming there. I have the opportunity to change.
Of course.
But 80%.
First option is
90% will keep the same recommended option, and it will work.
Yeah.
So if you can share this information, how much does it cost you to bring a consumer to the platform? And what is the retention? Meaning retention, retention means coming back and trying another 3 recipes.
You are referring to active users.
Active users, yeah.
So right now we have almost 40K users.
Yeah.
And as I told you, we launch in July.
Monthly active users?
No, total.
Total.
And we have 38%. Excuse me. We have 38% of the users active, which is similar to social media.
But at the same time, they are coming in cohorts. So that means that you have. So, what is the retention, the average retention per a cohort?
I can give you figures related to day 1, day 7, day 30.
Yeah.
For example, it's very interesting. It's a very interesting story, because when you install the application, we have 98% of them start using.
Yeah.
Day 1 drops at 9.
Yeah.
Why? Because day 1 after
they cooked already. The
need is not installed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And usually the benchmark at day 1 in food apps, it's around 14% in day 1.
Yeah.
14 to 15. If you look at day 7, we grow to 17%.
Okay.
Coming back. The benchmark, it's 8 to 9%.
Okay. So you have
usually it's going down from day 1 to day 7.
But in fact, your measure points are not daily, are weekly, kind of.
This is a standard measurement. Day 1, day 7, day 30 active users in B2C.
So right now you have around 9% retention?
No. The percent.
On the long term.
On a long term, no, it's much higher.
It's much higher.
Yes, of course. Overall, it's the retention part is 27 or 29.
27. Okay.
Yeah,
because the 30% that don't mean a lot, because if you got the 30,000 in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so coming back, I was explaining you the habit of the user, which watch, plan, shop, and cook. And I was saying that we have these 3 pylons, 3 actions that we drive our business, which are the acquire, engage, and monetize.
Yeah.
Because you had the question with the figures.
Yeah.
But I wanted to explain you how we look and which is the context.
Yeah.
So in acquire phase, we look at how we take user, how we take creators, and how we take brands. And this we split the discussion to the brands part to understand okay. So coming back, how we take users. 80% of the users comes from the creators, because right now we just launched the self-service for the creator. You can become a creator in our platform directly from the application. We made the integration with Instagram. You put your Instagram account, and in the second step, you just select your video recipes from Instagram and you say import in FoodFix. And
nice.
for each user that you generate as a creator, how you generate it? You take the link from us and put it on Instagram on your existing fan base, and we pay €1 for each user.
That you're bringing, okay.
So which becomes an important revenue stream for creators.
Okay.
Because we generate for them 4 revenue streams. One is the user. The second one is each time when someone use your content, use your knowledge, we pay you. Third one is if someone generate a cart from your recipe, we are
share.
making share revenue with you. And fourth one is if a brand expose the brand in your unique ecosystem section, we make a share revenue.
We share that. You said something that is interesting. So you are paying them also when somebody is consuming the content?
Yes.
Where are you paying them from? Because the people, it's free to use the content.
Okay. For the B2C part, we have two models. It's freemium and pro.
Okay.
The freemium part, it's where we run ads.
Okay.
Spotify model.
Okay, I understand. Spotify model. So you share a very small, each consumption is getting a very small fee based on the advertising model mainly. So
Exactly.
it's advertising driven mainly.
Exactly.
Okay, good. I understand. How much would I earn, like, as if you have that metric?
Yeah.
I'm a producer of content.
Yeah.
I'm putting it online.
Mm-hmm.
How much would I be looking to earn from one video consumption if somebody is going through the recipe until the end? 0.02, 0.2,
0.01.
0.01.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I will need to get views, a lot of views to earn relevant.
Yeah, but it's more juicy for them, the
Revenue
user
share.
and the revenue share, yeah.
But the revenue share right now is working in Romania.
Yes.
And in Romania, in Bucharest or in Romania
All
across?
Romania.
All Romania.
All
So
Romania,
you
yes.
cover you cover everything.
Yes.
Have you? Is it?
But
Yeah.
But imagine in 3 to 5 years that you are a food content creator from Romania and someone in London
Or in Japan.
or in Japan
Wants to do sarmale.
wants to execute sarmale, take your recipe, order the ingredients, and you receive share revenue from the ingredients that person ordered in Japan or London or Paris or LA.
This is, I think, is very powerful, and it's at the same time possible.
Yes.
At the same time, I think it's a very expensive execution in bringing customers in. Like, it will be very expensive to bring such a big amount of.
It depends how do you look at the ecosystem, because in business world you have 3 KPIs related. It's one is CAC,
Yeah.
the other one is LTV, and the other one it's the LTV reported to CAC.
Let's explain to everybody.
How much it costs to bring one user?
Yeah, the total
Yeah.
cost. Yeah.
Long time value, meaning
Lifetime value, yeah, exact.
lifetime value. How much money you produce with that user, or
Until
in
it
our
leaves.
case,
Until it
leaves. Yes,
Yeah.
and the other one is the report between how much it costs and how much
You will
produce.
make
You will make
in total.
Exactly.
And generally, these type of metrics are functional because you are not looking at short-term cash flow, and you are
Yeah.
spending money
Yeah.
from the investors that are looking into the future. And
Usually,
mainly,
this is how startup
this is how
works.
Yeah, just
It's impossible to create this type of business without a consider amount of money that you have to put in.
of course.
It is impossible to grow. So this is the reason that exists venture capitals, angels that invest in this type of startups.
And they're looking at buying the potential,
Yeah, of
and
course.
they're making a bet.
Yeah, this is how the AI bubble works today. They are investing in the potential.
This is how every bubble works.
Everyone,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone invests in potential.
Yeah, everybody invests
sure,
in potential,
sure.
and after it bubble burst, it was called betting.
Exactly. Yeah, it transforms in betting.
Yeah.
Of course, when you bet on a startup, it's a high investment risk.
Yeah.
Investment. So it's very nice. You know, I've seen a podcast with someone that, and it remain in my mind that usually the entrepreneurs they had a big delusion by seeing something that everyone else they don't see it like the beginners saw it. So it was interesting if you make this parallel with the delusion of the entrepreneur with the trust of the investor.
Yeah.
Because usually the investor invests in this delusion, and if the guy
invests in the belief of
in the
belief of
when
the
I'm saying
entrepreneur.
delusion, it has a lot of sense.
You need to disrupt the reality a little bit in order to generate change.
See and project the future and how you can make money and so on.
Nice.
So if you look
one second. Yeah. So coming back to the numbers. So what is the lifetime value that you are looking at, and what is the
5
cost?
years.
Okay, and what is the lifetime value that you're looking at 5 years?
To explain you a little bit the context. So, as I told you, we have 3 actors: user, creator, and brand.
And they are not maximized at this moment.
No.
They are not maximized.
No. For each one of them, you have a CAC, you have an LTV, and you have a report of LTV per CAC.
Yeah.
So, looking at our business, it's like you have to understand the whole ecosystem and maybe look at the blended CAC and blended LTV. Because if you look at the B2C, the CAC is low and the CAC is low. The CAC is high. The CAC is high. The LTV is low. And the report between them is not so good.
Okay,
but if you put the creator and the brand, because the main revenue stream is from the brand, and you combine the CAC.
In fact, the consumer is your product.
Exactly.
And the business drivers are the 2 other pillars.
Yes. Actually, I'm looking a little bit different, like, as I told you, related to the habit.
Yeah.
So for the habit of the user, I have a source of knowledge and I have a source of groceries to satisfy the habit.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the ecosystem to see, okay, to satisfy this user, I have to put this on the table, but the user doesn't generate money. So the question is, where do I take the money? And we created the ecosystem in a way for a user, if the user doesn't want to pay a subscription, which is 4 or 5 euros, it's nothing.
How many are paying the subscription today?
We have a couple of hundred.
Couple of hundred is already good.
Which is good, yes.
Yeah,
but Romania, it's not.
It's not a subscription country, so that is clear.
This is a.
If you have hundreds in Romania, that means that
for sure,
you'll have a little bit more in London.
We hope, Usually, there is a. I don't know if you know Revenue Cat. Revenue Cat is a technology that manage all the processes behind the subscription in apps.
Okay.
Like you are FoodFix and you have an Android app and an Apple app. So inside the application, you have to develop the technology to discuss with 2 types of technologies, Android and iOS. Doesn't matter that is dedicated. There are dedicated apps, but backends.
You have a centralized,
and you have a centralized. Exactly. This is Revenue Cat. Each year they create a report. This year they created 2025 report with 110,000 subscription apps that uses Revenue Cat. It's their application. So it's real data. And I am looking at these reports for 3 years. So I've seen 2023, 2024, and 2025. I did it. The Eastern European part of the world doesn't exist in these reports.
So,
and there are the report. One report has at least 300 pages.
So, like looking from the satellite,
they dive deep down to understand the habit of the user, where to put the subscription wall in the application to convert more users. So it's a complex report. For me, it take me 1 month to understand
the
whole picture. Now it's very easy to put it in ChatGPT and say, okay, give me a summary, but it's not like that because you have to understand
a lot of depth,
the habits. Exactly. And so I was trying to say that at this moment, this part of the world doesn't exist in this type of report.
So like if you're looking from a satellite in Eastern Europe, they will be dark.
With a couple of lights on, which is hope. Which is hope. Exactly.
And you have some of the lights are coming from you.
There are a couple of subscription apps that are doing very well. Are generating revenue.
So, considering what you said, my question is, when London?
This year.
Congrats.
Thank you. The scope is to finalize the seed round that we started this year, and to go in different type of worlds, different type of markets. And we have 3 scenarios. So one is Western Europe, meaning countries that have subscription type of users. Also, they consume a lot of food knowledge, which is, if you look at France, if you look at Spain, if you look at Italy, if you look at London, UK, it's not a, they don't have the culture of food, but they are consuming it.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting market for us. Because they consume a lot of knowledge on the internet.
Everybody's looking how to make a curry.
Exactly.
Most of them know already from home.
Most of them,
So I want to roll back a little bit on something that you said earlier. So you are right now raising money.
Yes.
Is the round already closed, or is it open for everybody?
Open. We just started.
You just started?
Yeah.
Can you share anything about the details of the round? Because you might have some people that might be interested into...
Sure. We want to raise 1.5 million euros.
Yeah.
With the projection of 1 million ARR in 18 months.
And that would put you on a valuation of... At that
this
point,
round, at that point, it's different story.
This is at that point.
The evaluation part, it's
tricky.
It depends on which part of the Europe you want to raise money.
Yeah.
Because if you go on the western part, the evaluation is higher. If you go on the eastern part, the evaluation is lower. So it's somewhere between, if you ask me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in order to put it in the potential investors' shoes, they will be investing at a discount compared to Western Europe.
Actually, yes. Yeah. We have a couple of discussions with VCs from Romania and abroad, and we hope to take a term sheet on a lead investor, because usually you need a lead investor, and after that to close the round. But it's, as I told you, we just started, and it will be a long run. Usually takes between 4 to 6 months.
Yeah.
As we are approaching the end.
Yes?
Yes.
We are? Okay.
It's after actually 1 hour, guys, so thank you for still watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and download FoodFix app.
Yeah.
I want to ask two things. Well, one is if you can just give me in a sentence your vision for FoodFix in 2 years from now.
2 years, okay. In terms of...
from really your perspective, like how would you, if we go for that beer that you're preparing.
Yeah, okay.
So you remember when you did this podcast, which was really successful, you know?
Yeah. Or not, you know, there always are two sides of the story.
Yeah. What would you say? What would you like to say?
I truly believe that the value proposition for each one of the stakeholders on the table, it's enough valuable to coexist in the ecosystem. And this is why I am struggling every day to take another one user and to take another one creator and enroll another one brand in the platform. Because if you look at this holistic image in 2, 5, 10 years, then you can say that you can democratize this type of knowledge on a global level based on taste and commodity.
Yeah. I would have a last question. Yeah.
Please.
So right now you have a lot of experience that is more than you had when you were working in a corporation. At the time that you decided to get out of the corporation world, you had some image about the future. Now
Blurred.
Yeah. So
That's why he got
let's
glasses.
let's consider that you can use a time machine and go back like 3 days after you have decided to get out of the corporation world. And you can give to yourself only one advice. What would be that advice?
Okay, so to clarify, corporate world versus startup world, there are two different animals. Totally different.
One you ride, the other rides you.
Actually, both. Both rides. Both rides. The difference is the scope.
Yeah.
So, in the corporate world, you have a type of problems. How to scale from 20 million to 40 million. How to create an ecosystem of partnerships to help scaling. How to enroll 200 people in 6 months because you have 2 big projects. So it's a different scale and different type of perspective. Yeah? And you have one thing that the startup doesn't have. It is the resources. When you go in the startup world, you have 20 to 100 type of different hats.
Yeah.
You call the first client to understand the habit. You make the first support when the application
Doesn't
broke down. You try to convince the first B2B, the first retailer to believe in your delusion, as I was saying earlier, which is like selling ice to North Pole, you know. It's comparable with that. So it's a different type of problems. You are dealing with totally different type of problems. You don't have resources, but what is much more satisfying in this type of problems, it's that activate your small portion of the brain that puts you in creativity mode.
I think you are referring to amygdala fight or flight and you are choosing to fight.
Exactly. I prefer to look at the creativity part.
Yeah, okay. You fight your way
Why?
through.
And I explain you why. Because you have to deal with, I don't have money, I don't have resources, but I have this crazy idea and I truly believe that it will work. How can I make it work?
Yeah.
I am not saying that we've done it. We are far away for that. We have some results. We have users, we have creators, we created the ecosystem, but this is just half of the first step from 1,000 steps. It's this is how big all the process behind.
So what would be the advice?
For me,
you need to go back to yourself and give yourself an advice.
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
Yeah. This is
Nice.
the advice.
Don't
stop.
And my last question to you.
Yes.
We are putting it to all guests.
Yeah.
One thing in your private life, personal life that you automated.
I've automated. The production beer part.
The production?
Beer.
The production beer.
With the machine that
So that
Very nice.
control the machine via the phone and
Very nice.
it's Back in time with a couple of my friends, we tried to make some beer, but in a traditional way, and I understood. I tried for 2 times with my friends. The beer was very nice. It was great, but the process behind was way complicated. Until I found this startup from Belgium, and I put my money on them, and I waited for 2 years to deliver me because it was only a concept when I found it.
So it's a Kickstarter project. Okay.
And after that, after 2 years, they delivered the machine, and I was very excited. But this is
Nice.
a hard automation part. So it's not like, okay, I am
It's a
using
hardware.
AI to respond to emails. Okay, for this one, you have a lot of solutions today.
It's history already.
Exactly, it's history already. But to create beer at your
That's
phone,
something different. Yeah.
from your phone, it is totally different story. Yeah.
Good. Well, when you go home today, just put the beer because
No,
in 60
no,
days will
okay.
come.
Okay,
please do.
so-
In 60 days
I
will
thought
come.
you were about to say to drink a beer. but
No,
it's
no,
not
I want
ready
him
yet,
to. No,
yeah?
I want him to schedule a beer for 60 days.
Yeah.
6 degrees sounds very good. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for coming and
It
for
was a
sharing with
pleasure.
us.
Great pleasure. Like
Thank you very much.
a lot of great things I've heard today.
And let's go home because I have some FoodFix things that I need to try today.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Thank you, guys.
Make
Have
sure
a
to
nice
order.
weekend.
Make sure to order
Yeah.
also the ingredients. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't try that step yet.
You
Actually have an offer right now. You have 50 lei discount on a 200 lei basket and free delivery.
and if you put the recipe yourself in, you can get a part of the kickback as well.
Yeah. If you are a food content creator.
If you become a food content creator.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, I'm gonna
Okay.
finish it here, guys, because with this few we'll never finish. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you. Have fun. Bye.